Well, thank you, everyone, and I'd rather talk about students than talk about myself. But, and thank you to the committee for selecting me. It's a great honor, and I think part of my philosophy about mentoring stems from my own background, which I think is interesting to share. At least I think so. But when I was in high school, my mom went to see the high school counselor, and she said that I shouldn't pursue college, that I should join the service. She got very mad, and she still curses that woman to this day. She's 83 years old. But, you know, so I went off to school, and I wasn't a great student as an undergrad. And then I got a degree in business, worked as a stockbroker for about 3 or 4 years, didn't know what to do. Then I realized that wasn't my passion in life, so how can I find myself? You know, and this is what I try to show with the students. How do you find yourself? Who do you really want to be? You know, dream big. What's important to you? And so I went through this series of jobs from bartending to selling shoes, and I finally latched into teaching through a weird circumstance when I was at my brother's house, who lives in Marin County and is into a lot of interesting things. But he was had a friend over who was an acupuncturist, and he said, you know, I'm running this ESL school. Why don't you come become an ESL teacher? And so I went down there and I started teaching, and I got the teaching bug. I was teaching Eastern European refugees English in 1989 after the wall came down. Now, this is great. I love this. And these are like students who really want to learn. It's fun and interesting. So then I started to discover myself, and now by this time I'm mid-20s, right? So I'm not a kid anymore. But then I realized I want to travel, right? So okay, so what can I do to teach and travel? And so geography, right? It made sense to me, geography. And then so I went up. I was living in Philadelphia at the time, and I went to Temple University and went and talked to an advisor, and I said I want to be a geography professor. What do I need to do? And he looked at me like, well, let's see your transcript. And you only have taken one geography class. Are you sure you want to do this? And I said, I'm sure. And so we had a long conversation about geography and the career and the path and the work it would take. And I felt at that time a little bit underqualified, but I worked really hard and pursued my goal. And so, long story short, you know, I probably had over 40 jobs in my life. You know, I've done quite a few. I've been at CSUN for 2001, so that's clearly the longest I've been anywhere. I've been in this house for 11 years. That's clearly the longest of anywhere except where I grew up. And so, I've been fortunate to travel the world and teach and do a lot of cool things with my life. And so what I do is convey these experiences to students. That's not, you can do whatever you want. And so that's part of my mentoring philosophy, to get them to think outside the box. Like, what is, you know, a quote I heard around graduation time last year: if your goals don't scare you, they're not big enough. And that's kind of a motto that I like to share with my students, and to swing big. You know, if you're going to miss big, right? And so I just want all these kids and all students to aim high, and that's the message I convey through my mentoring. So I didn't prepare anything. That's kind of all I have. Thank you to my